Hey, this is Duke here. Welcome to video number 4 of my 7-part series on the definitive video marketing guide, where I show you the steps to go from complete newbie to a viral video marketing expert so that you can just go home, create videos, have them get hundreds or thousands of views, and make money at the same time. Now, what I highly suggest you do at this point is that if you've missed the previous videos, go ahead, click on the link on this video, and it'll take you back to the beginning and go through a process step by step so that by the time you're all caught up here and as you finish, you'll already have something all in place, ready to go, and you'll be able to rock right out of the gate. Now, what we're covering in video number 4 is pretty much what you've probably been waiting for, and it's how to create a video. I know, finally, right? We're finally at that process. So here are some video tips for you. The first is that the more that you do, the better you'll sound. Now, I know when I first started making videos, the very first video that I made, and this is no joke, I literally made about a 3 to 5 minute video, and it took me a solid 3 hours to make because I literally sat there and I did it over and over and over again because, well, I wanted to be perfect. I kept feeling like my words had to be perfect. I was stumbling, didn't know what to say. I'd get all the way to the end and then I'd go blank, and it was kind of a disaster. But the more you do, the better you'll get, the quicker it'll become, the more fluid you'll be, and really your speaking in general will greatly improve. So remember, it doesn't need to be perfect, and I would actually tell you from a testing standpoint, the videos that look really professional and very perfected, and there's no little slip up here and there, don't really seem like they're just kind of done live, but they're very rehearsed, they actually get lower engagement, and they just don't seem to work as well, probably just because you don't seem as natural or something like that, but they just don't work as well. So even if you're not perfect in a video, don't fret. It probably actually makes your video perform better. Now, the next tip is look into the camera. You get a lot of people, they don't ever focus on the camera, and you kind of get this disconnect between what you're doing, what you're saying, and then who the person you're actually talking to that's watching that video. They'll get that disconnect, and you won't get that engagement from them because they'll just feel like they're watching something rather than another person is communicating. So very different but very powerful. And the next is your energy. If you're very boring, kind of dull, mundane, you just got to step it up a little bit, put a little something to your voice, get some variations. You just don't want to be video. You can't necessarily just hide from words. If you're on video, your speech and your voice, it's all takes into account on how the other person interprets your message. So you need that energy because, quite frankly, if you're just boring, they'll probably tune you out in the first 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and get into different types of video. You can do kind of more of a live face-to-face, so where you would just be watching a video of me just straight up talking to you, kind of like that little picture that I have in the bottom of this, but that's pretty much all it would be. And then there's a screencast. Now, a screencast is a great option, especially if you're still kind of a little camera shy, you're just starting to get into it, and you're not really comfortable with maybe yourself being put out there, or people just kind of watching you, or maybe you're just doing it very early in the morning and your hair's not done. Screencast is a great option. It'd essentially be like where you would just see this PowerPoint, but you wouldn't see any picture of me at the bottom. So you could do a PowerPoint, you could just have a regular picture up, you could have words up, you could type on your screen. It's pretty much anything where they're not seeing your face. And then you could do a combination. So a combination is just like this one, right? I kind of have a little bits of a screencast, but I also want you to be able to see who I am. So we kind of get that face-to-face factor for them. So you can really just pick out whichever one fits with not only how comfortable you are, but also which one you feel like would communicate your message best. That's kind of why I did like to do these combination ones, because I can write stuff out. It's easier for people to take notes, but at the same time they can still see me. So there's still kind of more of that personal interaction factor. Now, as far as video softwares, there's a couple free ones. You can use Jing. It's by TechSmith. You can just kind of Google Jing by TechSmith. It works great for Mac or PC. The only limitation, if you're doing a video, I believe it only lets you do up to 5 minutes. but it's a great piece of software. Again, it's free. If you have PC, you can use Windows Movie Maker. But those are probably your two best options from a free standpoint. And then if you're looking to go paid, I'd either go with Camtasia, also by TechSmith. Again, you can just Google Camtasia by TechSmith. Or if you're just using Mac, then you can go with Screenflow. Now, Camtasia and Screenflow are both very powerful, and they're pretty simple and easy to use. Camtasia is what I'm using right now, but I know a lot of people love Screenflow and they use it all the time. And a lot of really expensive videos are actually done on Screenflow or Camtasia. It just kind of depends if you're using Mac or PC. So those are some great options for you to use, and they're pretty easy to use and pretty easy to figure out. And if you want to really go more in depth on how to use the different types of software, maybe kind of what to say and what to do in the videos, then I'll leave a resource below that you can click on. It's actually a YouTube marketing course. And not only will it go more in depth on how to use the different softwares, how to do cool little annotations, and maybe little graphics here and there, but it'll also go more in depth on how to get your video ranked on page 1. So it'll cover some of the things that we talked about, but it'll also go more in depth into it. And it's very thorough, and I highly recommend it. I've had some of my clientele, some of my coaching students, and just some of my teammates and people that I've worked with that have used it. I've gone through it personally just to make sure that I know what's in it, and I can tell you that some of the things that they gave me in there is allowed me to generate leads for my business day in and day out using solely video. So definitely check it out, and if you do decide to go ahead and get it, then what I want you to do is shoot me an email to dukeromke@dukeromke.com. I'll go ahead and write it on the screen, but shoot me an email to it, and what I'll do is after you get 3 videos made, just shoot me an email, let me know, and I'll actually review your videos and give you some tips and tricks on how you can make them more engaging, more effective, or get them higher ranked on Google or YouTube so that you get more people to watch it. So I'll just go ahead and throw that in for you. So go ahead and click on the link below now if you want to get access to that video course and also have me critique your videos personally and get with you on the phone and really just kind of go through it and give you some more high-level tips that aren't in it. Then go ahead and click on the link below, get that video. Otherwise, try out those softwares, begin to make some videos, and you just got to do it. The more you do it, I promise you it'll get easier, you'll get better, and you'll get quicker. So this is Duke Romke, and I'll see you in the next video.